Hello and welcome to episode number 5 of MPowered Podcast on season 3. I am one of your hosts. My name is Micheal and I'm here with
Marilyn Egan.
Yes, and today is something really, really special. I'm actually going to be interviewing you and our dear friend Pat Jordan. Welcome, Pat. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Yes. Been a day filled of really, really, really amazing things. But you guys have something that you have started that is fascinating, and we are going to be breaking it down. I'm going to be interviewing you guys today about your Wise Women Circle and how that started, what that's providing, and also to give people that's listening out there in their own communities a way to connect with us later that they can start their own.
Yes,
and because I believe what is happening with what I've been involved with circles, Pat, we're all in a circle. We were just there today, this morning, with our own spirit circle. They're so empowering in the way that they connect us and provide a level of support that I've never found in any other format. So you guys have taken this you've leveled it up with creating your Wise Women Circles, correct?
Yes, we have.
So, tell me a little bit about that and how that started, and you working together.
Yes.
But first, let's start. Let's ask Pat, because we know Pat. So
well,
Pat,
I met you through Pat. That's how I met you. So that's kind of interesting.
And what I was thinking about is this actually started 19 years ago with the first Reiki circles that we started to do at my house. And that as we all studied and grew and became friends, that we all participated in different groups until we decided on this format of our women's circle. But we've always been friends. We've always been connected. We've always worked together. And it's been a great joy.
Well, and I've known you we met, I used to own a salon 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a really bad experience with, and this is my memory, you correct me if I'm wrong, but you came to save me because I had bad feng shui.
Feng shui accident,
I had a really bad feng shui accident.
Yeah.
I accidentally bumped up to a couple of people that were not so good with the feng shui. Mm-hmm. But Pat came along and just cleared that right out, and we've been friends ever since.
Absolutely. Really, it's just a soul connection where you see your friend, you recognize the person you love immediately, and it's easy all the way. And that's how it's been.
Yeah. And then same thing with you and me. We met probably 15 years ago or more. And we have just had this connection off and on all this time. And then we ended up finally, all three of us in the same circle. So it's pretty fabulous how that all works. But that's part of why we wanted to start this circle. Yeah. So I actually knew as soon as I opened the Peace Place that I wanted to have a Wise Woman Circle. And I would say coming soon. I had it on my board, coming soon. And people are saying, well, you said coming soon 3 months ago. How soon is soon? I'm like, I don't know. It's coming together. I know it's going to show up, but I'm not sure when. I'll let you know when it's ready. And then as time went on, I'm like, you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to do this circle by yourself. You teach other classes. Who do you want to teach with? And then one day Pat was there, and I'm like, Pat, it's you. I want you to do this circle with me. And that's kind of history.
And it's been glorious ever since. And the great thing is we all three are in a circle together, and we've set our intentions, watched them manifest, supported each other. And when you dreamed the dream of the Peace Place, was in my living room.
It was.
And Micheal was cheering you on, and then miraculously he helped you buy it. Everything was lined up. And then I get this whisper in my ear that I'm taking my healing room apart and that everything's going to live with you. And so I'm like, Marilyn, do you want all my wings, treasures, rock? And you're like, sure. And the energy was already established, but I didn't actually even know to what degree. All I knew is I was so happy when you opened up, and that I appreciate your knowledge and wisdom and your background and your training, and that we have different gifts. We all three have different gifts. But when we're together, everything creates this joyful ripple, and that we share gifts among ourselves.
Exactly. And it's so amplified when we're together.
And like all context, like this context, but in the context of what you're creating with women specifically.
Yes.
And that feminine energy. Like, I want to know about that. I want our listeners to know about this. Like, what's the intention? Like, how does this work? Like,
well,
what's your experience of it? I know you only have your experience or your perception of what you're doing inside of it. What are you seeing with the women that are in it?
I am so thrilled to not only experience my own growth, but we are witnessing all the women in this circle grow in huge ways together. And the idea is that everybody leaves feeling high vibration, feeling good, feeling wonderful. But in the midst of all this, and we're talking about the great things in our life, also things come up that they have a bump with. And that's where Pat and I have totally different ways, but ways that work so well together to support each other in this and to support them. And then whatever happens to come up is supportive to everybody in the room. Everybody in the room gains from whatever shows up. And a lot of times things go into laughter, it goes into fun, and but it's very real and authentic at the same time. Everybody in that room is so true about how they feel and what they want and where we go with that. So, Pat.
And I also think that this started as a precursor with another group that I had that was just a divine feminine group. And that original group introduced and started sharing the shamanic aspects of meditation and prayer. And what happened is that group started bubbling, percolating. People were all different, faiths, beliefs, but also the energy was profound, and it opened them up and it moved things along. As that group kind of bubbled over, that was exactly when you and I came together.
Yes.
Because you had extensive shamanic training.
Right.
And I felt that sometimes people just need to be neutral. In a belief system, setting your intention, meditating, and being in a community of women that are there just to love and support each other and to cheer each other on, to speak your your authentic self, to speak authentically about what is really true in your heart and to be understood. That's the beauty of our circle, is that everybody comes, they show up from different backgrounds, different belief systems, but we want to create intentionally a sisterhood, a community of love and support and joy, so that when we get together, our hearts are open, our minds are open, and we always learn. Every circle.
Yes.
We walk out with new tools, new ideas, and every month deepens our relationship.
Absolutely.
So, our circle's been going 5 years. We've been together, our circle.
Yes, the one we're in.
The one we're in has been through death, births, weddings, divorces, financial up, down.
Everything.
All aspects of life have been shared, but it's so wonderful to be shared with someone who loves you and cares for you and understands you.
Yes.
So in that foundation, our women's circle, the new people are benefiting from that foundation, that strength, and they're amazed at how they feel. They come in not knowing, like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We say our welcoming. We start our intention. We talk about what's happening energetically on the planet, what's happening in our bodies, what we think, what we feel. and anything else that anyone else wants to talk about. And what we find is we all have the same common experiences.
Yes.
On some subtle level, we're all having the same experience. And so therefore, no one feels separated. No one feels alone.
Right.
And we've just learned that in a pinch, we can call either one of us and that we are there to support them.
Exactly.
And so therefore, they're braver, they're more courageous, they feel more empowered about their decisions, and we've watched people have quantum leaps.
Yes, we have. It's been pretty amazing. And that never really changes. I mean, growth is unlimited. So I say it doesn't change, but maybe I should say it's continually changing, but constantly growing and moving and shifting together.
What also sounds like safe. Like there's a safeness to this.
Yes, there's no judgment. Nobody's better than anybody else. It's all just coming together. And we even have a huge age difference in our circle, too. I mean, we range a good
40
20,
years
30
years
I
span.
would say 30 years. Yeah, 40 maybe. And it doesn't matter. We're all women in this world who just want to feel loved and understood, and then be able to take that out and share it and fully express ourselves in the world.
And I think it's just so great to know that you're not alone in your uniqueness and in your sensitivities. Most of the women in our circle are energetically sensitive people. They're empathic, they're intuitive, and they're learning how to navigate with their own gifts in the world. And whereas Marilyn and I are a little bit further down the road, we can help guide them on how to take care of themselves while they're raising their family, taking care of their children, working, and creating the life they really want. And that's, I think, the most fun is when you see someone talk about a dream, and then in a month, the next step has showed up, and then another month, the next step has showed up. And then all of a sudden, they're totally blown out that they're actually getting to do the thing they dreamt about or prayed for, and here it is.
Yeah.
And for us, we're nodding our head going, and that's how it works. That's how it works. Place your intention, charge it, be excited about it, be willing to be vulnerable, step into it, see what happens, because the universe is full of people that are looking for the same things.
Exactly.
So what is inside of you is true.
Yeah, and we're still stepping into new things.
Yeah.
So they're seeing us still do this, 30 years older than them. And I think that's inspiring for them also.
I agree. It's beyond limitations.
Yes, yeah. That they don't have to make these decisions right now about what the rest of their life is going to look like, because they're going to keep making that decision
over
and
over again.
I know it's funny being like, because I remember thinking like that.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger, but now being older, I look back and I'm like, oh my God, that was so silly. But like, you need to go through that. But having the different age groups really does provide, like I can feel it.
Yes.
I can feel it. I know what it is in our circles, but I know yours is different. It's a different paradigm. So, and I think it's really important for women to connect.
Yes.
As a community inside their own communities.
And without competition. See, there's no comparison in our circle.
No.
Everybody is their own unusual, unique self, and we don't compare. It's not like, oh, you're better than me in doing this, or I've studied this longer than you. Everybody shows up and says,
Cheers.
This is what I would like to bring to our circle. This is something I'd like to share. And one of the greatest things is everybody shares their gifts and their knowledge. That's why it's a wisdom circle.
Yes.
So even those young mamas with small kids, they carry a lot of wisdom. They try hard. They're totally enriched with this young energy of their children. And we can help them blossom and bloom. And then there's like Marilyn's experience of shamanic training, traveling around the world. To them, that's that's not in their realm yet. So
Right.
things that you've learned is of great value, and the things they bring are of great value.
Exactly. And they also like to hear the fact that I didn't do this until my children were grown up, or at
Right.
least, high school age, before I started doing any traveling or working the hours that I did. Before I really jumped into the work I do full time, I didn't do that when my kids were little. It wasn't going to work the way our life was set up. And they look at me and think, well, you've been doing this forever. Well, believe it or not, yeah, I have been doing it a very long time, but I didn't push myself to do it when it didn't fit in my life.
But on the other hand, when they're so young and have small children and they're already incorporating it into their life, they
That's
are
a
way
valuable
ahead
tip.
of our
Yes.
plans, because we raised our kids first and then became who we wanted to be.
Yes.
And
Now
they're
they're doing
actually
it.
And they're
doing
seeing
it
it now.
and raising their kids.
Yeah, but they can do it in a different way than we could at
And the
that
kids
point.
are different now.
Kids are
Like, they're
different.
And
hardwired
support is
differently.
available.
Yes. Yeah. So it's just interesting how we just all learn from each other and support each other, and it's actually kind of like the story I told earlier, is in our group on Monday. We had a dear friend of ours who was talking about how she was just out enjoying the sun. She lives in a farming community, and she heard a cow start to moo. Like, it wasn't a normal sound that it would normally make. And then she heard several others joining her. And she realized, she stayed away because she didn't want to disturb things, but she realized that there were several cows gathered around the one who was giving birth at the time.
Mm-hmm.
They were supporting her as she gave birth. And then I said, well, isn't that what we do here? We give birth to new ideas.
Right.
We give birth to new ways of being. We give birth to new thoughts, new processes. And we're all just around each other, supporting each other, and doing what needs to be done to help that person feel totally supported.
It's like being the midwife of the soul.
It is.
In our circle,
Wow.
the soul is
It is.
exposed.
That's the title of this episode.
There we go. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
beautiful.
It's
That's
very-
what we do.
It is. It is. And
It's
and
almost
some-
instinctive. Like,
It
'cause
is.
yeah.
For women to gather
They're-
around each other to love and support each other. And so as we birth into our next evolution, we're all together to love and support each other during the process.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Which only you could do
Mm-hmm.
as
It-
women.
It's
As women,
and it's
yeah.
always so much fun to see who shows up, because the people that show up for the circle are never the ones you expect. I would just say
Right.
there is such a rainbow of combinations of people that I think it
Yes.
is hilarious. The universe has a great sense of humor, but yet they all know when to come. It's almost like Tom's whale horn. Only the
Yes.
whales can hear it. And when you set the intention for your circle, you blow the horn, you put the intention out, and only those who can hear it show up, because they already know the language.
Exactly.
And for those who don't know, Tom is
Yes.
Tom is someone that's in our circle that has a background in Hawaii, that has this amazing horn, right?
It's a piece of bamboo.
It is a piece of bamboo.
It's a flute.
Didn't
But
you
it-
give it to him?
Yes, it came from
Yes.
Hawaii when I went swimming with the dolphins and the whales, and I was with a huna. And after I took off with a dolphin pad for 2 hours and came back, he was mad at me for being gone, but then he said, "Oh, you're one of those." And I started crying. I was under the towel crying. And I said, I'm from Florissant, Missouri. I don't even know what happened, what this is about. And he's like, "Oh, you're one of those." So the next day we went with the big whales, and another man pulls out this long bamboo flute and plays it. He says this will bring the whales up. just listen. And this deep foghorn came out. Ooh, and the whales came up. It was mystical, wonderful, and beyond my dreams. And then at the end of the experience of the day, he said, I'm going to make you one, and I'm going to send it to St. Louis, Missouri. So I had that horn, I played that horn, and I gave it to Tom, because Tom, his heart is always in Hawaii, even though he lives in St. Louis. And when he plays that horn, his Hawaiian self blows through it.
It goes through every cell of your body.
And it feeds me in a way that when I play the horn, I don't receive it that way.
Don't you guys feel that? Like it goes all the way. Like I feel the cells
just,
in my body just vibrating.
And it's so
in a good
beautiful.
way. Yeah.
It is beautiful, powerful. Yeah.
So when Pat's talking about the horn, that's what we're talking about. Just want to let everybody know. In our
I'm sorry.
It's
I got excited.
Yeah. But you're right. That's what we energetically do is blow that horn to call in whoever needs to be in the circle together. And we all know that these same women have been in a circle together in lifetimes past,
yes.
you know.
You can feel it?
Oh,
Yes.
yes, you can feel it. You just instantly feel comfortable with everyone in a circle. You know you've been together before.
Mm-hmm. And it's fun. It's like it's a soul's reunion. That's what it is. And so you're just happy.
I love ours. I can only imagine.
You're like this, you know, I'm so happy to see you again. I'm so happy to see you again.
Yeah.
So when you guys are so somebody out there, if I was listening to this and I didn't have that, and I was a girl, I guess I'm really going there. I would want to know how to connect. And when you guys were talking, I was in my head, I'm like, well, it'd be pretty easy on like Facebook or something to search for, you know, what do you have your women's circles?
Yeah, but I will say, Michael, how I actually do that before I start circles is I do a meditation. I get in alignment with myself.
Yes.
I imagine who I want to work with. I put out the call energetically. Then I create the invitation, and the intention is set, the invitation is charged. So the people that feel the charge from the invitation know what it is, and then it connects us automatically. So it's all energetic.
So if you're out there listening in a community and you have the experience of Pat and Marilyn of understanding, you know, whatever gifts that we've all developed in our lives, so you could be that woman in your community that's ready to call a circle forth for herself.
Right.
Or you could be listening to this and not have that connection and wanting to connect to a circle. So we could be coming from two different perspectives of somebody listening to this, wanting to create it.
Well, there's almost a pattern. What I've discovered is that if people experience a circle within a year, they'll want to start their own or to have another experience of it. So when people call me up and say, I really want to be in a circle, I'm like, oh, great. You know, if they're in alignment energetically, that's great. But the seeds are planted in them already, and then they carry the frequency of the circle. And then what happens, whether beknownst to them or not, they carry that energy of gathering their own people because they've created the opening for their friends as well.
Yes. And what we have found is, well, even for me, even though we are leading this circle, I need the value. I love the value that I have being in our circle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 150%.
So, yeah, and we have people doing the same thing. That,
absolutely.
You know, have created their own circles, whether it's formally meeting in circles or not, who still want to be in our circle.
I had a wonderful experience with a hospice chaplain that was in one of my circles, and she was sorry to leave St. Louis. And I knew that she was going to create her own circle when she landed in her new city. And within 2 days of moving into her house, she had met 4 women that wanted to discuss metaphysical experiences, their gifts, it was already in play. So, of course, she's like, I don't know how to do this. Of course you do, darling.
Yes.
Just set your intention. Show up. Be honest. Share your gifts. it will work itself out.
Yeah, it's organic.
It is. It's very
organic.
easy.
So I'm the physicalness of looking at whatever perception that you're looking at, whether you are already the healer, light worker, and want to start your own group, or vice versa, wherever you're listening to this and you want to become a part of that. You're interested and you want that connection, community with empowering women in your own community, because this could be in the country, this could be anywhere in the world, literally, because it's just people. And it also brings back that in past conversations that we've had on this podcast about how social networking is great, and having our own face-to-face is also so important too. Not just like online has its place, but there's nothing that replaces the physical connection of people uniting for a certain thing.
I agree.
Exactly.
That's also too, and I think people are yearning for it more than ever.
I do too.
Because I find that finding out what people's going on, and events are important to me, like what's happening in our community. I think is as absolutely essential for the continuation or expansion of our. It can't just be online.
Yeah, we need both. I think
we need both.
Online gives us a way to connect with so many more people and to locate and find each other. But yes, we also need that interpersonal communication, interpersonal connection.
And touch.
And touch.
Sometimes we need to be hugged, welcomed, shared, hold hands, set your intention, have a wonderful experience, and then hold hands, say thank you, and go back out into the world. People need that.
Yeah. However, I want to add another piece to that too. I believe because we gather and we have this community and we do this, I mean, healing just happens in this circle. I believe that energy shoots out and goes to other women automatically. Other women who are yearning for that feel that peace in some way, shape, or form, or something about that vibration gets shifted for all those.
And sometimes on the floor, we'll put our planet map and put our crystals and intentions in the center of the circle, and we'll intend for the energy to go into the earth physically and out to all. So what starts out in our circle goes into our community, which goes into our planet, which goes into the cosmos, and everyone that's connected to it. Yeah,
our intention is that it goes through the globe, for sure.
What about the boys?
We love the boys.
We love the boys.
What about the boys? Like, what do you think that would be something that would work for?
Yes.
Yes.
I know we're very ripe for a mixed group, and I have some boys that are interested and ready to go. But when we actually established this, it was to create a safe community for women.
Yeah.
And now we understand how that works, and now it's time to create a mixed group. But I think there is a vulnerability with women when they're only with women.
Yeah.
That can never be expressed.
There are no, there's no role playing with all women. And as soon as you introduce men into a circle, it's amazing how some women will tone themselves down subconsciously.
And not even know it.
Yeah.
Yes, or not speak their vulnerable, I'm really worried about this, or I'm really thinking about this, or have you ever had this experience? Because they'll try to maintain some image or persona.
Or they're also apologizing because they don't want to insult masculine energy.
Right. Right.
And it changes the dynamic. It doesn't mean that it's not to be, because it could be a fabulous mixed group, or just men need their own
think that too, because there's definitely a
tribal
space
feeling
for that
too. Yeah.
of letting go of some of those ideals that we all grew up with.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
they
how-
need support too.
And looking at that, how that could be elevated, transformed. Like, it doesn't have to be that way
Right.
anymore.
Exactly.
That would be a great job for you, Micheal.
Yes, it would.
I'll
I
take
looked
it
at
on.
you this
I'll take it on.
morning.
Yeah.
I'll take it on. I'll take it on. I really
Yeah.
will. Like I thought about that too after we had our meeting this morning. They're so powerful. And just to give a little bit of context, these happen once a month, right? So it's just one. How many hours?
2 hours.
2 hours once a month.
And the way we kind of price it is that the circle is the gift. But if you miss the circle or you need some support, then there's 30 minutes one-on-one coaching with it. So, a lot of people work, they travel, their kids get sick, things, oh, I hate to miss our circle. That's okay, honey, come by and we'll make it up and we'll catch you up with
So they're
what is
supported
going
whatever's
on.
going on in that particular
And there's
life.
different
Yeah.
ways. Every circle is set up differently.
Okay.
But I just like to have that fallback for people that miss or just need a little catch up. Sometimes if they've just had a bump during the month or a big surprise or a death or something
Yes.
like that,
So
there's additional
They
support.
still get that time, that
Okay.
30 minutes. Yeah.
So if you guys are listening here in St. Louis, we'll put the information below how to reach out to you guys and to connect because the one that you have now is almost like there's only a certain amount of people that can be in them at one time, right?
Let's just leave it open.
Yeah.
Because
Just leave it open?
Yes.
Okay. But there could be the formation of others. If
Yes,
people
that's what I'm
wanted it
saying.
at
We
a
have
different
we have
day.
groups of 12. That's
Okay.
what we try to keep it at.
Okay.
And so there's opening in our evening class, but I'm open to another day class too.
Yeah,
Okay.
we are.
So just if you feel connected, something went off that you want to, or like a spark or an impulse that is like, hey, that might be something I want to look into. Definitely reach out, leave us a comment or direct message us in the comment section below. And Pat or Marilyn or myself will reach out to you and we'll get that hooked up and set up. Or if you're in a community and you kind of don't know, would you be guys willing to communicate with somebody that saw it in
Sure.
Denmark or wherever, right?
Yeah.
Or listening to us there, because that might be a concept that's not there.
Right.
I don't know, but I'm open to sharing this globally because
Yes.
not only we're all connected here, we're all connected
Connected.
globally too.
And it's
Yes.
happening all over the planet.
I believe
Women
that.
are binding together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, this has been a joy for me to have this experience with both of you here on our podcast. And this is your first time on, Pat. I'm so
Yes.
excited. I know
Thank
you've
you.
been listening as we started this crazy idea. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to thank you so much for taking the time out today to come share what you and Marilyn are creating, because I think it's valuable. And I just wanted to get it out. Yeah.
Thank you, Pat, for doing these circles with me. I think it's so much fun and powerful to do this together. And Micheal, thank you for recognizing that the power in this circle and bringing it to the surface for us.
It's a great
Yes.
subject to talk about, and this is the perfect platform to do that. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for listening today. We so appreciate you being here, taking part in the conversation, and we will see you on the next one.
Yes, we will.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.